Hi, it's Bill Palm again, and this is the 15th clip in a long demonstration series of transparent watercolor with this painting right here. What I want to do today is to wrap it up as much as I can, and I think I'll be able to, by doing two things: finishing the waves here, getting some darks in, and putting some birds in the sky. Now, before I do that, I want to show you the strategy for placing important objects in a painting. Now, one of the things to do is a strategy used by artists all the way from ancient Greece, or maybe earlier up to the present, which uses geometric figuring in a painting surface or any kind of creative object made. But in this one, we're going to square it off. In other words, this length from here to here is 14 inches. Coming over 14 inches is going to be right about here. So if I draw an imaginary line down here forming a square using one edge of my painting and coming over to form a perfect square in it with this imaginary line, I can place objects anywhere on this imaginary line and have them compositionally in a good spot there. So to do that, you understand, I'm going to put one of my birds on this imaginary line here, which is about 14 inches across, same distance across as it is from the top of the painting to the bottom of the painting. I'm going to use a little bit of sea color and a little brush called a rigger. This one's broken off in the handle so that I can put it into a small pouch carrying case and take it with me to the field when I want to use a pocket size painting box. So when I put this bird in, I want to put it in higher than this one or lower. So I think, to me, it feels better to put it in higher, so I'll put it in right about here. If I don't want them equal in height, the two birds, and I'm going to put another one, and that's not going to be equal in height either, because as I've been telling you all along, variety in every possible direction, different sizes, different heights, different widths, different spacing between, different colors, different everything. Variety as much as you can work it. So coming up right about here, I'm going to do my bird in one stroke. Like that. Now, since it's in the distance, I'm going to blot it once, maybe twice, get it a little quieter there, and then come down here, put my next bird in just a little bit lower than this one, about right here, angle it at a different angle, and put this one in like that. There. That's using sea color, by the way. Another strategy for painting watercolors is to use the same colors everywhere you can. So this adds a lot of color harmony for you by spreading your colors, the same colors, all the way throughout the painting. So I have sea color. My sea color is my sky color, a little darker, with a little variation, and I have my sea colors even in the brown, and in sky color in the brown, and sky color in the greens, and just about everywhere. Now I'm going to make waves. Now notice how I make these waves. I'm going to have my second brush ready here so I don't wind up having it dry too soon with a bit of water in it. And I make them kind of like a flat top of a tent or something like that, or an upside down V. I'm going to come in here like this, like that, and make a wave. And I'm going to come in with my water and soften, second brush with water, let's say a little more water, don't quite have enough, and soften that wave downward into the top of the foam. I want to let just a little more dark in there, so I'm going to put it in, get some more water, rinse my brush out each time, keep it nice and clean water, bringing it down there like that. So I form a wave. Hard tops, soft bottoms. Hard edges to the top and bottoms washed out to a degree. keep bearing in mind, if you will, that these waves will lighten as they darken. I like to come in under, let's get that, my camera, I think it's fairly close. I like to come in under the white caps here like that and form a wave. So it looks like the white cap is pretty much residing on the top of that wave. The right brush. Like that. Now, I'll lighten up my color because I'm going to move upwards, farther back, three-dimensionally speaking, in this painting of the sea area. I want my value to get lighter and my waves smaller as I go. Making an effort here not to cover up all of the pretty colors like this green that I brought in here. I'm keeping my glaze here, my waves that are glazed in a little bit. Pretty thin in that area so you can still see that pretty color. Now, working with two brushes so I don't have to waste a lot of my color every time rinsing it out to do the water portion of it. And we're getting a little bit of texture and probably plenty. So I'm going to switch brushes now. Out of my big brushes, come in with a smaller brush so I can do a little bit of work in the back area, making sure that my wave color is fairly light. And maybe just a touch over here. I'm moving around the camera tripod. There. So there we go. I'm going to take a picture of this and post it on my blog, which is www.billpolm.wordpress.com, so you can see how this looks after it dries, because we're going to run out of time before it dries for sure. For those of you that are fairly new at watercolor, or maybe at the intermediate stage, and a lot of the things that I have been mentioning to you and naming various techniques are new to you, you will want to look at the next clip number 16, or is it 17? Probably 17. A review summary of the techniques that I've used in the last half of these clips, and that'll help you keep them in memory and try them out when you do your own watercolor painting. I hope this series has been helpful to you in getting a leg up, so to speak, on watercolor painting, and that you come back to my blog and join in the discussion with comments and learn what you can learn from me. So, bye-bye for now.